will begin with some light stretching again. And we will add an element of acupressure or light massages to some of the acupressure points. And once you do that, you can lie down. For the moment, I would suggest that you sit either on a chair or on the floor, on a cushion, on a bed. You can even stand if you like for the first part of this tonight, so that you can do the motion a little more easily. I would suggest having a comfortable, erect position with a straight back. And we are going to move a little bit our shoulders, our neck. But first, let's give ourselves a little massage to the face. Taking a moment to take a breath in and out. One more breath all the way down for 2 seconds. 2, hold, out, 2, 3, 4, hold, in, 2, hold, hold, out, 2, 3, 4, hold. One more breath in, 2, hold, out, 2, 3, 4, hold. And now if you would like to start giving a little massage, we will start with the areas around the eyes and the eyebrows. This is where a lot of tension gets here. When we are stressed, when we are a little bit worried, we frown. And so right around between the eyebrows. So you can either use your knuckle, if you like, right between the eyebrows, or if you want a milder touch, you can just use your fingers. So place it between the eyebrows, just one finger or two, and then go in circle, or can you use the knuckle, depending on what kind of pressure you like. So only go in one direction for now, and breathe in and out as you're circling. And now switch directions the other way. Breathe in and out, circling the knuckles right around between the eyebrows. And then you can take your fingertips and just follow the eyebrows curve and press in lightly, giving yourself a little massage to the eyebrows. Breathing in and out as you are giving yourself a little massage all the way to the temples. And one more. All the way to the temples. And a few more. Breathing in and breathing out, giving yourself an eyebrow massage. You can also go all the way straight up from the middle of your eyebrows, all the way straight up. There's an pressure point right there, right in the middle of the forehead. If you move around, you will find it as it's a little bit more pointed or painful. When you move around, you will find that spot. Usually it's from the middle of your eyebrows up here and massage up to where the hairline is, and then around the hairline down to the temple. One more time, from the middle of the eyebrows up the forehead, all the way up to the hairline, and go around the hairline down to the temples. Breathing in and out, in and out, and one more time, in. And increase the pressure if you feel like your forehead can handle that. Okay. And now this time I'm going to try to demonstrate with my earphones on, but basically you're going from the middle of the eyebrows, you're going to go around the eyebrows, cross the temple, and go around the back of the ear as massage. You go down along the hairline and you go to the back of your neck. Not completely to the middle of the neck, but just on the side here where there's a little hole right below your ears. So again, we are massaging from the middle of between the eyebrows, through the eyebrows, go through the temple, go up a little bit, contour the ears, and follow your hairline, go down and all the way to the neck, to the side of the neck here, where there's a little hole. And you can press and you can feel that, yeah, it's a little more painful there. That's another acupressure point often used in massages. So you could do that at your own pace. I have earphones on, so it's not really easy for me to do. If you're able to do it for both hands at the same time, go ahead. If not, just do one hand at a time. So breathing in, contour the eyebrows, going up to the temple, go around your ears and all around the skull, perimeter basically, until you get to that hole where the skull ends and there's a hole between the neck. And you can stay there and do little circles at this spot and the back of the neck, if you like, just a tiny bit, 5 seconds. Breathing in and out, and you can do it again. So we'll continue with the head massage to get blood flowing up to the head. There's a spot on the head that you can massage while you're breathing. It's the hairline. If you had one, that's going right straight in the middle of your hair. And usually I use both hands and I go like this in opposite direction. So pointed fingers towards each other, pull fingers out. Basically a little bit like that, but following the hairline that is from the top of your head in the middle of the eyebrows up and then all the way across. So a little massage like this. And then move it a little bit in. And then move it a little bit in. Yes, it's going to mess your hair just like mine. I'm messing up my hair. But it feels so good. And if you prefer not to mess your hair, you can also just tap like this. Tap the top of your head from the hairline all the way to the top tip of your head. And then you can stay there a little bit, either tapping or just doing circles. The tip of your head is another acupressure point. So massage your head. Breathing in and out. And then you can start going to the back of the head. I'm going to turn around so you can see my side. So you could see I'm just going down in a straight line, massaging as if there's a straight line from the top of my head to the middle of my neck. And I'm just massaging, getting the blood flow back and forth with the fingers. Or if you prefer, tap, tap, tap. I find that tap, tap doesn't bring as much blood flow as actually using your fingers to massage your head. So do it like that. And breathing in again. If you like to also massage the rest of the head as if you're taking a shampoo, you can also do with your finger just through the hair and massage at the hairline. So following the hairline, there's a lot of acupressure point right at the hairline. Just a little in, little out. Breathing in and out as you're massaging your scalp. Then there's another point, which is at the beginning of the eyebrows. So I'm pushing up against the beginning of my eyebrows, and I just, push up and down a tiny little bit that area. And then I go closer to the eyeballs, and I can also massage right under the eyeballs. top of the cheeks, spreading that cheek. And then there are the part where your bone of the nose ends and the cartilage begin for your nose. And you can also put your fingers there and do little tiny circles. You will feel like your breath is being affected because you can't breathe in as much. Twirl around like that for about 30 of the circles, very tiny circles. And then you can also use the knuckles on your thumb and massage the rest of the cheek, pressed against your cheeks. And then there's one last one on the face that we could do, and it helps with digestion, which is the chin. So under your chin, you do a little rainbow massage. So it's as if you're drawing a little rainbow up and down your chin here. You can use whichever finger is comfortable. Go back and forth for about 30 times. Breathing in and out. And then the last one that I love to do is your ears. It's cartilage. So I'm turning around so you can see my ear. I'm just massaging, like pinching and massaging around the earlobes. The earlobes actually, just like our feet, have a whole bunch of acupressure points. So you can pull on your ears. You can just massage it. The entire cartilage that's sticking out from our head, basically. Massaging it, getting the blood flow there as well. And then switch for the other ear, where it will be jealous. So massaging the other cartilage. Just pinching with your fingers, massaging up any way you would like, and at the pressure that is comfortable, but stimulating. We're getting blood flow to the head. And let's take one big breath. And we're going to do some neck stretching now. So one of the neck stretch is the chin to the chest. So let's breathe in, pull the heads up. Breathe out, chin to the chest. Let the heaviness of the head and the skull pulls it down. Hold it for 5 seconds. And coordinate with the breath in to replace your head back center. One more time. Breathing in, straight back, pull the tip of the head up, and breathing out, chin, let it drop to the chest. When you're doing these exercises, it's best not to move the shoulders. Keep the straight back, and the trunk basically doesn't move. It's just hanging there. And back to center. And 1/3 time, breathing in, tip of the head up, aligning your spine. Breathing out, chin to chest. Leave the shoulders where they are. And back to center. Sit straight back as you can. Okay, just normal, which most of us have our neck a little bit aligned to the front. So we are going to put a finger up to measure where that nose is right now, and we're trying to keep that finger there, and then we're going to push our neck back away from that finger, straight back, keeping the shoulders where they are. And then we can breathe and relax and go back to normal position. For us who are often on our phone, on our tablet, or on our computer, we have a position like this. So we sit with a straight back, Breathing in. Put one finger up to the tip of your nose. Try to keep your finger there and then pull your head back from it without moving the shoulders or the trunk. You see the distance that you can actually pull your neck back. And breathe. And one more time. Breathing in, measuring where your nose is, and breathing out. Pull your head back a little bit without moving so much your shoulders. Okay, actually 2 more stretch for the neck. Same thing, we're going just to turn to the right and turn to the left, except we're really focusing on posture. So we really want to have that spine aligned and straight. Tip of the head all the way up to the sky, straight. So the skull is balancing itself on top of the spine. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, turn to the right as much as you can without moving your trunk or your shoulders. Turn. And turn your eyes also, look all the way to the back. And then breathe and come back to center. Go the other side. Breathing in. As you breathe out, you turn to the left as much as you can without moving shoulders and trunk, and look all the way to the back and back to center. Let's do it 2 more times. Breathing in to the right and back to center. Breathing in to the left, look all the way to the back and back to center. And one last time. Breathing in to the right, look all the way to the back. Keep your shoulders down and back to center. Breathing in, breathing out to the left. Keep your shoulders down, spines erect, and look all the way to the back and back. And one last one. And this one, if you feel comfortable raising your arms, putting your hand to the back of your shoulder, on top shoulders. Using the other hand now, we're going to bend the neck 45 degrees to the front, opposite to that arm that's up. So if your right arm is up, then the left hand will pull the neck 45 degrees towards the front left. And then let the weight of that hand kind of pull the head down a little more. And breathe. And release. And one more. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, you let the left hand gravitation pull the neck 45 degrees towards the front, opposite to that arm that's up. And breathe and come back to center. Now we switch to the other side. So switch the other arm up, and then the right hand is on the head, pulling the right hand 45 degrees to the front, breathing out. And back to center, breathing in. And breathing out. Again, one more stretch, 45 degrees, the head. And back to center. Okay, if you want to do one more, go ahead and do one more. So breathing in, taking note of how the area of our upper shoulders and the neck is all hot with the stretches we've just been doing. So now we're going to just finish with a little shoulder roll so that you could see I can just do one shoulders. So breathing in, spine erect, and pushing the right shoulder to the left by itself without moving the other shoulders. All the way back as much as you can, up to the ears, all the way to the front, and down. Coordinate that with the breathing. So breathing in, shoulders to the back, up, and breathing out, shoulders to the front, and down. One more. Breathing in, shoulders to the back as much as possible. Isolate those muscles, up to the ears, and shoulders to the front. Breathe out, down. One last time. Breathing in, shoulders to the and you should be doing the other shoulders. If it's easier for you to do both shoulders, go ahead and do both at the same time. So breathing in, shoulders to the back, up to the ears, and breathing out, shoulders to the front. One more time, breathing in, shoulders down, and then back, and then up, and breathing out, shoulders to the front. One third time, breathing in, keeping shoulders down, back, up, and to the front, down. And the more you push your boundaries for that circle, the more your muscles are being stretched. And so if you like to do both shoulders, breathing in, both shoulders to the back, up, to the front, and down. And one last. Breathing in, shoulders to the back, to the up to the ears, and breathing out in the front. Okay. Some of you have asked for acupressure point. I'll give you a few. Well, we've been acupressuring our head since the beginning. But here's an acupressure point for if you're coughing. It's at the bend of the elbow, and it's on the outside. So if you hold an arm out and the other arm is holding the bottom of the elbow, your thumb should be sort of close to where that acupressure point is. If you bend your elbow, you'll find that right at the bend. And so poke around a little bit, and suddenly you're going to find a spot where it's like, ooh, it's more intense. So if you found the acupressure points, then you just go in circles, small circles, for about 5 seconds. Breathing in and out as you're doing it. Okay, let's finish up with that arm. There's another point to press, and it is the point where your thumb ends on your wrist, where your wrist bends, but right under the thumb. Also poke around and try to find where exactly it's kind of more intense. And that is your acupressure point. And that's also an acupressure point for coughing, if you cough a lot. So again, you press to it and you do tiny little circles for about 5 seconds, breathing. And out. And now let's do the other side, because we're always going to be. So straighten out. Let the other hand hold the elbow with the tip of the fingers at the point of the elbow. Then your thumb can be more at the right place. And then bend a little bit to find that bend place. Poke around a little bit with your thumb there, and you're going to find one spot where, ooh, yep, that's painful. That's the acupressure point. Do tiny little circles on it, breathing and out. Another breath and out. Same thing at the bottom of where the thumb starts at the wrist, where the wrist bends. Poke around also and find that spot. And then when you found it, do tiny little circles, breathing and out. In and out. And then there's one more that's kind of a general one to keep general health. It's where the thumb and the index kind of joins in the middle there. Again, you have to poke around, but you will find it. You can poke around with your thumb if that's easier. Poke around with your thumb, and where there's a little poignant, intense, that's the acupressure point. You can do circles or just hold it for about 5 seconds. And breathe. And we're going to do the same thing for this hand. So again, a little bit where the bone of the index of the hand and the thumb joins. Press in there and breathe. finally work. So you can just massage your thighs. You can also do just a little fist, and then just with your fist, do this on your thighs, get the blood flowing there. Or you can also just massage it down like this with the hands around the bone in the front, and then around the bones of the calves down. And then at your feet, right under the big toe, right around where the big toe bends. Basically, if you bend your toes forward, you're going to find a little hole there, right there. And that's about 1/3 from the toe down, or 2/3 up from the heels. And poke around, you will find an acupressure point. And then just do tiny little circles there. That's also a general well-being acupressure point. Now, if you really want to massage, you can rest ankle on the other knee, and you can massage your heels from the heels all the way up by just squeezing the heels, squeezing the back, putting the thumb of the other hand on the back of your foot and massage your foot up from the heels. Little strokes going up until you get to that acupressure point. And you can hold that a little bit. Ooh, that hurts, and that's a good hurt. Then you can massage all the way up to the toes. And toes are often the ones that really love massages. And in Thailand, when I lived there for about a year, 2 years and a half, they often massage your toes with between your toes with these little wooden stick that is about 3 times the size of chopstick. And they would put it between your toes like this, and they would turn it around. So what we could use is our finger. Put it between the toes and go back and forth like this. Keep the toes pressed together though, because you're massaging all the acupressure point between the toes. And then keep changing toes, massaging between your toes. And changing toes. Back and forth with your finger, massaging between the toes. And the other one too. And of course, if you want to, you can just like massage both hands for the toes. I know my foot is loving it right now. Yeah, breathing in and out. Now for the other leg, shall we? Switch leg. Again, use your fist if you like first. Or you can use the palm of your hands and press down, stroke all the way to the knees, straight, and then down to the calves. Or you can also do this. Right around the bone is where we have acupressure points. So if you want more pointed, you can just use your fingers and go around the bones of the calves up here, and you can feel it. You can feel it's really needs some blood flowing there, right? And again, we're going to massage the main point on the foot. From the heels up is 2/3. From the big toe down is about 1/3. So find that spot under your foot and massage. Breathing in and out. And again, if you want to more, you can reach a knee and put your ankle against that knee so that you can access the entire foot. And you can therefore massage and squeeze in your heels, get the blood flow there, and massage the entire foot with both of your thumbs like this. Squeezing basically the rim and the borders of the foot. And again, we're going to massage between the toes. So again, keep dipping the toes together a little bit, squeezing and getting that finger, massaging the places between the toes. And it might feel strange for some of you who's never done this. But a lot of massage places I've gone to, whether it's Japanese, Chinese, or Thai, they do this. So the acupressure points in there must be important, as well as the skull that we just did. All right, breathing in and out. Now we can lie down, get ready for bed. So breathing in, lowering yourself again. Make sure that if you want to, you can pull out the cheeks you're sitting on, and then raise your knees to support that lower back as you're lowering yourself down. Also making sure that the top of the shoulders is not being scrunched up and that your spine is completely stretched out against the ground. Take a deep breath into the belly. And out. And one more. Sensing the breath going through the back of the throat, down the chest, into the belly, pushing the diaphragm down, massaging the digestive system, and the breath comes out. And one more. And some of you who have done the other sessions with me, you know I love the lower back massage. So breathe breath in, and with the breath out, raise your knees, hug your knees to your chest, and then you can go side to side to massage that lower back. Or you can do circles with your hands on your knees, lowering and massaging the pelvic area and the lower back area. Breathing, coordinating the breath in and out, preferably out when the knees are pressing your belly down. And circle the other way around, switching the circle. And we're going to come to a rest and lower our feet back on the ground. If you would like to stretch more of your sciatic nerve, for those of us who sit too much during the day, you can raise one ankle up above the other knee. And if that's enough of a stretch, that's okay. If you want more stretch, you can then raise that knee that the ankle's resting on. And if you want to even more stretch, you can reach up with your hands and pull that knees more towards yourself. So stretching the sciatic nerve, breathing in and out. Every time you breathe out, stretch even more. In and out. Pull that knee closer to the chest. And one last time. In and out. Pull that knee closer to the chest. You can also pull your chin towards the chest. It also aligns the head a little bit. And hold. When you think you've stretched enough, just breathe in and then breathe out. Let go. Let go. Let go. And with the last breath, we're going to reposition our feet on the ground, and we do the other side. Notice how the blood is flowing differently to that pelvic area and the buttocks. actually starts from the lower back in the middle and goes through the buttock down to the side of your leg, your thighs. Breath in, the other ankle onto the other knee. Again, if only your body says it's comfortable for you to do so and not very painful, then we pull the knees towards the chest. And if you want even more stretch, breathing in and breathing out, I'm pulling my knees a little bit more towards my chest, giving more stretch to my sciatic nerve. In and out. In and out. In. And as you go out, let go, let go, let go. Pull that knee even closer. And it might hurt a lot if you haven't done this a lot. And one last one. Breathe in and out and pull the knees even closer, stretching more. Let go. And finally, one last breath. We're going to reposition our feet back on the ground and lower. If you feel comfortable with your lower back, let the legs lie down. We let the arms fall to the side. Take a breath deep to the, imagine it's going below the belly button where there is another acupressure point. Just notice how the breath goes. Shifting the attention to the entire body lying and all the points of contact with the bed or the ground. And if you feel comfortable, close your eyes or soften the gaze. Breathing in, I'm noticing how gravitation is pulling on my heels and the calves and the back of the thigh. Breathing out, I feel the gravitation around the pelvic area, the space of the lower back and the ground, middle back, the upper back, and with the next breath, shifting attention to how my arms align, whether the palms are up or down, how the fingers are. And with the next breath in, shifting attention to the back of the neck, the back of the skull feeling heavy, weight of this entire head melting into the ground. And now I shift back the attention to that nourishing breath, the oxygen that fills the lungs and makes this wonderful machine work. see with your eyes closed different